Savings? Sale? What? Let's get into it. All right, well, we're here. We've gone through all of the steps to get here. Find me, search for me, get on YouTube, click on the video, go through the opener, the teaser, in whichever order, and now we're here. So thanks for making it that far. Thanks for making the clicks to get here and find me for this update. Now, as of September 17th, there's been a massive throwdown of information that I think everybody in the fractured community needs to see. And that's one of the reasons, since we've had a big update since our last alpha test and that awesome wild ride. That's why there hasn't been any videos. There's not been much to talk about. They've been on their own kind of press junket. MMORPG, they did an AMA on Reddit. There's been a lot of stuff that they've been up to. Not only that, but they've been doing a lot too. I mean, it's the copious amount of work that's been put into this update is astonishing, and it's exciting. So first and foremost, let's get into the price points. Anywhere between 10 to 13-ish%. All prices are in euro. You can figure out the conversion elsewhere. Maybe I'll put it up here when I talk about them. Adept, euro, $24.99. Stays the same. Nothing changes there. Master, this is the biggest change by far, and there's a reason why, not only with price point. Original price, $49.99, 10% discount gets you down to $44.99. And then the beta and the alpha. Right? You can get into play now with that. It was never like that. This test has brought that to us. That alone should be news in itself cut here. But it's not. Legend, $89.99 is now 11% discount, gets you to $79.99. That's a $10 discount. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You can upgrade from Master and to Legend if you choose to back a little harder, a little more push. Take my money, please. Champion, that is 13% discount. Original price $149.99. It's gone down to $129.99, $20 off. That's massive. That's huge, especially if you're going to go from Legend where you're at and you get that discount to upgrade. Let's think that way too. That's what's good about the full-fledged percentage decrease or discount. And the big boy, the big one that I love being a part of is the Ethereal. It was $299.99 and it's down to $269.99 of a 10% discount. And that gets you VIP access forever, right? So that's why I like that. Get you a bunch of other things. You get a cool title. I know, got to collect them all. So that's huge, right? So next big massive thing. Now, in the last alpha, we were supposed to have a few things that were supposed to come out, and they not necessarily got missed or just didn't get implemented because there were a few things that were kind of left behind due to the bugs that happened. Quite a few devs were on August vacation. Life happens. Harbor Master will be in. So that's coming from the other alpha that was ready to be implemented but did not get there. So that kind of just is a +1 to this one. We also going to have mini map pins, which is huge. The direct trading, which was going to be in again, but it didn't make it in because they wanted to fix the bugs and stuff. And hotkey rebinding, that's massive. A lot of people don't like that setup for the hotkeys. So that's a quality of life thing. And then the toggling from manual on and off combat. So those are some quality of life things that really and truthfully were going to be in last alpha, but they're in this alpha now. So those are gimmies. Those are just kind of going to be there. Harbor Master is going to be there. You know, those are things that were planned but couldn't get implemented again due to them putting the bug fixes, more importantly, to be fixed, and then instead of just piling garbage on, and that's not that stuff's garbage, but just piling stuff on and not fixing the bugs. So that's one of the reasons I love supporting them. They do care about the product and the quality of the product they're putting out. They want quality first and then content after. Once the quality and the foundation's there and everything's right, they stack on top easily. Now, going into the roadmap for the fall alpha, and the naming policy is changing. They're no longer going to do alpha test 2 or alpha 2 test 3. It's going to be called fall alpha. I would assume it would be either fall, winter, the seasons or some sort. I do believe they go into that a little bit, but I'm excited because the city content is going to expand. Why I say that and what I mean is the resource nodes. When we were like, hey, governors, go pick our site. Where are we going to be? Where are we staking our flag? Why? It was all like, how close could we get to the mobs that we know are there for the camps? There wasn't a real node or resource or anything outside of, I just don't want to run too far. Right. And of course they gave us roads, which was 10% faster, and they cut all they dissected the continent of Mir better. But you still had running to do. So the resource nodes that they're going to be implementing, which is just absolutely fantastic. Now this goes back to, again, how they decided to do their testing phases, and it's content and quality over mass-produced garbage and regurgitation, right? So we're only going to get 2 of the nodes. Those are going to be fertile grounds and mineral deposits. So I'll get a link down below, a small blip of the map up here, but so you can get a bigger look at that. But they're going to be implementing mineral deposits. So you can start making sure, like, hey, I want to be near silver, I want to be near fertile grounds. That's where it really matters. That's where strategery takes place. So that's important to think about. The reason is because it's not just about being next to the goblins. It's actually, can I be next to the goblins and get the node I want? So there's going to be some more planning, or city planning of planning, if you get my drift. Now, also along with those nodes, what I'm excited about too, because I do love city planning and the economics behind it, is we're going to have 2, is it 2 new buildings, or is it just a building? I believe it's just a building. It's going to be entering the blacksmith shop, smelters, and forges. So that's where they're going to start incorporating. You don't just be at a table, I'd assume. You would be more or less at a smithing forge to create your weapons. So it's real true to that type of crafting. But upgrade to that, which is really big, is different types of armor. Like, they're coming in with heavy. So chain, plate, the more expensive, right? Because now we're being released nodes that can get us what we need to make said gear. So you can see how it sort of starts stacking on, and then it can branch off with different ideas. Just to name a few, there are going to be 3 types, or 3 divisions: light, medium, and heavy. So you get like a dagger, a mace. It's like one-handed. It's light. You have a sword, a long sword, a battle axe. That's going to be medium. And then you have a morning star. That's a medium again. But then you get the great axe. You get the barbarian-esque weapons. They're two-handers, and they're going to be much larger in scale, which I really like. So that's exciting to see. Now, not only that. With the city planning, you have city maintenance they're going to be implementing, which is really going to be cool, because it's not just here's your city, walk away and no one cares. You have to maintain it. You have to feed your populace. So you'll need gold, cereal, vegetables, meats. So hunting's an issue. So all that meat that we've gotten from murdering all those poor rabbits for their lucky rabbit's foot for the necklace actually can go to something now, aside from just your own ingestion. So that's really good. That's kind of a lot of cool little small tweaks that they're adding here and there to make things more integrated. But let's be honest, the biggest question, is it a question or is it more of a complaint? I like to look at it positive. The biggest question asked is, where's our mounts? How are we going to fast travel? What? We've got them. So the mounts will allow you to move around the map at a faster way, faster than by foot. Now, this is the way I think. We already have 10% on roads. Does my mount speed plus 10% on roads? These are the questions that I just too lazy to ask, but I think about. So when you're mounted, your mount receives damage instead of your character. So we know where that comes from, right? If your mount gets damaged because you're on it, that's very Albion-esque, which I like that perspective. So that sounds really cool. Once the life's depleted, you're dismounted, and you can't get back on your horse for a while. So it becomes exhausted, which I like that. That's really good. I think it's a cool way. Horses are the only mounted plan for Fall Alpha. So at least we're going to have horses. I know you guys can't wear your capes and fly around, but we at least have that. Their speed and HP depends on their attributes. So watch out for the best specimens. Can I tame horses? Question. That would be really cool. But anyways, and then we can get rid of that dilapidated wheelbarrow / handcart. We can put a wagon for more space on our horses, and we can have a work mule. That is super exciting, especially if you go out on a gathering party. there's not going to be as many trips back and forth. It'll probably be faster speed there, which is fantastic. So that's something really to look forward to. There's been quite a lot of stuff, and if we can cross our fingers, kiss your lucky stars, whatever it is that you're going to do, there are some optional updates that might come out, or they might not at all come out. So those are going to be the city market. That's a building that trades items for citizens and non-citizens. So that's almost like an auction house, I would assume. There is the first iteration of the tech tree. That to me is very exciting because I do have a crafter's heart. So look out for that, hopefully, right? Maybe we'll be able to get an AMA or some type of questions during this alpha with Prometheus. I'd really like to kind of dig in a little bit because they're actually talking about having the first iteration, which means there's been serious planning for implementation. They just may not have the time. I'd love to dig into that and see if it's going to be very similar to our other tree that we are blessed with, so we can pick and change how our character plays, right? A more personalized thing. And then finally, this for me excites me. Now, it's not final, but it's finally for me, the proper pet system tame beasts to fight by your side. So for all you people out there, your old UO tamers, your kind of WoW tamers, I guess, there's something really cool that might be in the works. So that sounds to me like they're talking about maybe implementing it or putting it in, which to me, and the way their old notes read into how they did things, it sounds to me like they've made it. They just need to put it in for testing purposes. So this is another great reason for you people on the fence. Should I get in? Should I not buy in? Maybe you should, or wait a couple days and see if that stuff made it in. And then for you PvEers that aren't crafters, trolls and their encampments, several new PvE hotspots. So they're expanding the map and what is environmentally around. So to me, that's really cool. I'm still waiting on the undead dragon because there is a slight small area on the map of the Shadows of Vale. If you look, there is rumors of a undead dragon that is going to live there, and it's supposed to be a pretty cool event. So all those cool things in the updates, with what will come no matter what, because it was left out last alpha, to where we're be implementing things to move this alpha through for the fall alpha, and then obviously the optional things for the hopes and the what ifs on the back end. So guys, I hope that was really a cool update for you. I hope you're as excited as I am. As again, you can always see me on Twitch, Twitch TV/Oxfurd, link down below. And we started a new podcast. So if you guys have, you do runs, we do about a 30-minute podcast, me and a buddy of mine, Sweet D Willie. He's a fellow Twitcher, and he does EverQuest. So you can catch him on Twitch, Sweet D Willie. The E's are 3s. Check him out. I'll put a link down below. Great guy. And check out my podcast. It's about gaming. It's about how games molded us, how games will mold us, with expansion in the future of that to be along the lines of talking to devs on podcasts. A lot of people don't like to get on camera for AMAs, so having a casual 30-minute conversation over coffee, water, a beverage, it's a bit more relaxed and a lot more fun to have. So keep an eye on that. Again, link down below. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. I always appreciate it. Any feedback, hit me up in the messages below. I try to stay active there, and as always, you can hit me up on Discord. And guys, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, hit those buttons down below, do the things that YouTube people tell you to do. Again, still getting used to that. Probably should have put that at the beginning. Maybe we'll edit that in, probably not. Thank you so much, guys. Peace.